I know you're gonna dig this.
Peace, everybody. We are here today with the amazing NayMarie. NayMarie is the founder and editor of TajiMag. She's the creative director, all that good stuff. Anything that needs to get done, this is the individual who does it. So Nay is with us today to let us know some insights on what they are looking for at TajiMag when you are submitting. So make sure you pay close attention to what she says, because if you miss it, that's on you. All right, So, Nay,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into things.
I'm the founder of TajiMag, as well as Adorned in Taji. I'm a certified crystal healer and healing arts jeweler, native to New York.
Excellent, excellent. So, as we were stating, we want to talk about submissions, right? So, in us discussing submissions, there are about 3 parts that we usually talk about when it comes to submissions. So we're going to attack each of these one by one.
Perfect.
Right? So let's talk about proofreading. I want you to give me your insights on proofreading before submissions are made.
Well, it's something that should definitely be done. I say take your document into, Google Docs. It's online, it's free. And when that little squiggly line comes up, pay attention to it. It's there for a reason. It could be helping you out. And definitely, just make sure your work is proofread or have someone else proofread it. You have a better likely chance of having your written contribution accepted when it's proofread and the editor has to do less work. That's the main thing you always are trying to focus on, is making sure you're providing the editor with everything that they need so that they have to do the least amount of work to get your submission approved.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So you heard that. You want to minimize the efforts on the editor's part by doing your work in advance. Now, just to add a little bit on to that, if somebody does not proofread, how does that look on them when submitting?
That varies by publication. I generally try not to judge. I understand everybody in our community is at different levels. So just because someone's submission isn't like perfect standard textbook English, that doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily throw it away. But also everybody's not me. So.
So basically what she's saying is she's giving y'all a little leniency, but not everybody is going to be that lenient. So make sure you proofread. So let's jump into our second topic. Let's discuss image quality. So I know you get a lot of submissions.
Yes.
You have people that are trying to get on that cover.
Yes.
People that are trying to get editorial pieces, layouts and spreads in your magazine. So tell us what it is that you're looking for image quality wise when you receive a submission.
So this is twofold. So the first thing that I'm looking for is quality. I want a quality, clean, crisp, clear image. Taken with a professional camera, obviously, or some kind of professional equipment so that it shows as such. It should match the quality of imagery that we have on our website already in previous publications and on our Instagram page if you're looking for some type of inspiration. Secondly, Taji is a print publication, so it has to be print resolution images in order for us to submit them and to accept them. So if you're submitting images that are web quality, and I know some people, this might be a little bit foreign territory, but if you're submitting images that are web quality, we cannot use them for a print publication. So your submission would then be, not able to be accepted. So that's why we do recommend having your photographs taken in professional quality, so that way they of that standard in order to be accepted into a publication.
Okay. So for a lot of people that don't know, web resolution is 72 dpi or ppi because it's pixels. And then dpi, dots per inch, for print, it has to be at least 300.
Right.
Make sure you adhere to those guidelines. You leave enough room for cutting and trimming when it has to go to publication. So make sure you're on top of that. I believe you have submission guidelines.
The guidelines are on our website, and also generally too, a general way to be able to tell is if you look at the size of your file, if it's in KB versus MB, kilobytes versus megabytes, it might be too small if it's in kilobytes. Versus if it's in megabytes, it might be something like some wiggle room. We could Photoshop it, increase the size a little bit, and make it work. But if it's in KB, it might just as like web res.
And for all of you who think you could get away with it, AI just came out. Y'all are not that great at manipulating it. It still needs to be in the proper resolution, so do your thing. Okay, so we've talked about the submissions, right? And we've talked about guidelines that you would want to have. Are there any don'ts that you have when it comes to submission, things that you do not want to see specifically?
Well, first, don't ignore the guidelines. I see a lot of people doing that. Like they'll just submit, their web link or something. And I'm like, well, that doesn't give us anything. Like if there's guidelines to follow those guidelines. And each publication is going to be different. So follow the guidelines of that specific publication. But specifically for Taji, and specifically for photography, we don't want to see contoured noses. We don't want to see lightened skin. We want to love our people in the light that we are. So if you're over contouring, I go to a model's page and they have this beautiful rich complexion, but you have them looking like a dreary day outside, that's not going to match for me. And I would say making sure that the content is uplifting, because we're not a drama publication. We're not a gossip publication. We're here for the upliftment of our community. So keep that in mind when you're submitting to TajiMag, and follow whatever the guidelines of whatever publication you're submitting to lays out for you. We're laying it out to make it easy for you, to also make it easy for us to accept your submission.
Perfect. So I have one last question. How important are credits when submitting?
Credits. Specifically for me, because I may not have mentioned this in the beginning, but I'm also a photographer. So it's very important to credit your team. And that's photographer, hair, makeup, models, creative director, props, whatever it is, credit your team. And I also request that you include their Instagram as well.
Perfect. So make sure you're including all of your team members' names, that they all know and are aware of the submission.
Yes.
That you have release rights for this.
And you need permission from your photographer if you're not the photographer.
Exactly, because the photographer actually is the one who retains the rights to the images. Perfect. So before we get out of here, I want you to tell everybody where they can find you at online.
So our publication name is TajiMag, but we're Taji Magazine on all social platforms. And you can find us at tajimag.com/contribute if you're trying to submit.
Perfect. So make sure tajimag.com/contribute for everybody trying to submit. Amazing publication. Make sure you follow them on all social media. And I mean all social media. And keep up with Nay. She's an amazing individual. You never know what you might learn from her. So, Nay, we thank you for coming out today.
Appreciate
sitting with
it.
us and talking. I'm sure this information is going to be invaluable. And we will catch everybody on the flip side. I am Will Focus, the one will focus. And I will talk to you guys next time. Peace. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me, The One Will Focus, on all social media, and my site, theonewillfocus.com. Speak to you soon. Peace.